Video dedicated to Florida van man, the man, the legend. Okay, how to test MAF sensor on T1N Sprinter, particularly OEM 647 engine, 2004 to 2006 chassis. The MAF sensor has 4 pins. Pin 1, yellow, is 12 volt supply. Purple, pin number 2, is ground. Pin 3 is the PWM, pulse width modulated output of the intake air sensor, temperature sensor. And pin 4, yellow with green tracer, is the frequency output of the MAF sensor, mass airflow. So we have here, with engine off on a known good sensor. I know this sensor is good, it gives me no troubles, it's original Bosch. Okay, the MAF, the airflow output, is with engine off is at 1.85 kilohertz and 5 volt peak to peak, and this frequency will change with the amount of air flowing through the intake. Right now no air flowing, so at rest that's probably what you should expect from any MAF for T1N. Okay, right now outside is about 70 degrees, so we will take a look at the signal from the temperature sensor, pin 3. Back probing these pins might be a little tricky because with those pin probes you don't get reliable contacts, but I don't want to pierce any wires, it's only inviting the corrosion. Okay, let's change our time scale. Let's change the time scale. Alright, so here is a temperature sensor output, and it's about 20 Hertz, and the duty cycle with about 70 degrees around, 70 Fahrenheit. The duty cycle is about 60%. Again, it's 5 volt peak to peak. You will expect it to change with hotter or colder weather. Alright, let's start the van and see how this signal will change. The engine just started without blipping the throttle. That's when EGR will be at 6%. Let's see what we have. Temperature sensor still the same because the air temperature didn't change. Let's switch to the MAF. Okay, here's our MAF. Here's the time scale. Alright, so we have here the frequency is about 2.4 kilohertz. It's fluctuating a little with intake cycles. That's what it is about at idle without blipping the throttle. 3.3, between 2.3 and 2.5 kilohertz. Let me blip the throttle. After blipping the throttle on normally operating engine, the ECU will start operating the EGR. It went down a little. We're now fluctuating between 2.2 and 2.4 kilohertz. So that's how you properly test the MAF sensor. If your values are greatly that, I would think that your MAF sensor is not very good. Part 2, the other one with the Chinesium MAF sensor. What we see is on temperature sensor, the same weather, the same temperature around. The duty cycle is 53.1%. Same frequency, about the same. Okay, let's switch to MAF, the airflow. Decrease time. Okay, the frequency is 1.88 kilohertz. I will have to look back on the previous numbers on the known good one, and we will start the van. Okay, with engine just started. The MAF frequency is about 2.3, 2.28 to 2.4 kilohertz. 2.28 to 2.4. And now I will blip the throttle. Oh, if I can get it there. Might be because this van didn't go through air intake adaptation yet. Not dramatic difference between MAF, the airflow values, but huge difference between temperature sensor duty cycles. And that's why on live data this Chinesium sensor is showing me about, what does it show, about 50 degrees Fahrenheit higher than the actual temperature outside is. And now for shits and giggles, I plugged in another Chinesium sensor, brand new from Autozone, no markings, typical Chinesium. Alright, the MAF values with no air flowing is it? Yeah, 1.84. And let's see what is the temperature. Okay, the temperature duty cycle. In temperature, yes, temperature duty cycle 50%. 50%. Even worse than another Chinesium one. 50%. That's terrible. Yeah. Frequency is 19 hertz. So this sensor is no good too, and we will see it again on the live data. It will report much higher air temperature than it actually is. Here is live data from ECU with a good known Bosch sensor. And as you can see, 70 degrees outside corresponds pretty well with 70 degrees on the live data coming to the ECU and from the MAF sensor. And here is brand new Chinesium sensor from Autozone plugged in into exactly the same van, the same ECU. And as you can see, instead of 70 degrees outside, it shows 120, which is nonsense, and it's a shame what parts quality control at the store is.